That's ass backwards all the way across the board. I think that that's crazy. And then
Wow.
that's weird to me. But here's my question.
Yeah.
And he did it twice.
Aside from that, because
Mhm.
we already know that that is what it is. Here's my question. Aside from that, do y'all think that some men need two wives, or do
No,
y'all think that it's kosher for men to get two wives?
no.
They
A
can
lot of men,
handle two wives.
a lot of men can't even afford two wives.
They don't need two wives. They need one wife and uh get out of jail card once a year. That's
They
exactly what
have
they need.
titles already. Like
It worked.
they
It
want more
worked
than
for some men.
one coochie because you have a secretary, you can have a maid. So if you want 3, 4 wives, you just want 4 different boxes. I think that's all that is. Men like variety.
I guess it. I
Yeah.
mean, it worked for some men. Don't they do it a lot in the Middle East? You know, those guys be having multiple wives and stuff. And in Africa, some parts of Africa, they do it. So it worked for some men and it worked for some women. There's women out here that don't mind, you know, being in a relationship like that. Some women look for it. I actually know a few myself, but you know, if it
He
worked
doesn't
for them,
want
I
to.
guess
He
if
doesn't
you
want the
can
responsibility.
financially if
Dr.
you can
Umar Johnson.
financially wait a minute, fatty.
Sorry, I
Damn.
apologize. I was too excited.
If you can financially support it and you know be there, then I mean if y'all not hurting for nothing and the house is taken care of and the women are protected and it works for y'all, then I guess I mean I don't see the problem with it. It ain't for me, but
Dr.
They
Umar
said those countries
Johnson is
shit right.
most men. They want to get enough coochie, but they don't want to be responsible for it. That's why he didn't cuff none of his baby mamas. That's why he's talking like he's talking about the school, but he doesn't get married nobody. He is an asshole just like us. We want to go ahead and do whatever we need to do without the responsibility of taking care of. So when Ava actually talks about the Middle East, she's right. But those people actually value taking care of women. He's just a Pookie with school money. That's literally what he is. He's
how
trying
do
to
we
get as
know
much.
that?
Huh?
How do we know he's not able to take care of his the multiple wives that he want? How we
No,
know
he's not
that?
making
How do we know he? How do
because
we
actions
know
speak louder than words. If you wanted
yeah?
to take care of them, they already would. What
But
stops
how do you
Dr.
know?
Umar Johnson for cuffing his two baby mamas?
I don't know. I didn't I want to know myself, but I want to. That's why I asked Anton like why did he say that? So I would like to hear the
Well, he
explanation
went on to
myself. But I mean
explain
I
later.
wouldn't.
I don't think we got the clip right now, but he went on to explain it a little bit more
Uh,
in depth.
He said, I saw the
I would
video.
love to. I would
He
love
wanted
to
to
hear what he
experience
said.
them, but wanted to experience who they were first. I watched the video at work. I was disgusted. And a lot of people have the
So he said,
view of like, well, wouldn't you, as Dr. Umar Johnson, know that if you're going to impregnate not one but two women, that you want them to be
right,
your concubines? Because that's what they'll be at that point, if I'm not mistaken. So why would
right.
you turn around and say, well, let me check your wifely qualifications and prerequisites, even though I already made you my baby mama? And they're like, nigga, I already did the top-notch job and gave birth to your seed. Where my ring at? So now you're talking about, well, if you had just let me shack up with you, and get what I want out of you, and then come up with an excuse why I could marry you, I would have married you. Because now he's saying that by both his baby mamas. So it's just a bunch of malarkey.
And he
And you know
said
what?
selfishly. That
Yes,
was he said selfishly. I was
and they
like,
were not
oh
respectful. He said they weren't respectful. I'm
yes.
like, didn't they give you the ultimate respect and give you your damn children, two
And you know
daughters?
what's funny, Miss Daniels? He literally proved the conversation that we were having 10 minutes ago. He
Huh?
values way more his seed than he values the woman that put the seed out there. He doesn't care about those women. He cares about the kids.
Oh,
That
yeah,
like
maybe
he
so.
is most men. He will care a lot about those kids, but if they don't do what they want or they look at him funny, they don't value him at all. Those women are nothing for him.
And then they leave the kids with them. They don't ever say, oh, well, because I have this sentiment. The children don't belong to the mama. They belong to the daddy because the children weren't there till you put them there. So if you leave me, take these little niggas with you. But they don't. They come right there with the damn mamas. So why? Because it's hard to pull more pussy with a baby on your hip. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
surprised that Dr. Umar talking like that. I would think he would want the wife before the baby. The way he talking, the way he say how he say the black community needs to come together and do better and stuff like that. So I'm really surprised to hear Dr. Umar say. I need to watch the whole thing because I feel like we might be missing something. I just can't hear him saying something like that.
I think he's bunny hopping now too. He got to be bunny hopping because now everything.
I was literally just saying that. I said I feel like Dr. Umar is going to come out with a white girl. Like I was literally.
Why are y'all crazy?
He talks about it, like the way he talks about bunny hopping and snow bunnies so much. I'm like, he has some sort of fascination with this. Like I'm sure that he's going to test the waters and end up doing that.
I think
most racist black men like white girls.
Yeah.
He said he dated a white girl when he was in school, so I think he tested the waters
y'all
already.
think for 1 second that he about to mess up his bag.
Right, he's not about to do that.
I think he already doing it. He just has a good method of hiding it. Like maybe not snow bunnies, but they definitely non-black.
You can't hide. You listen.
Nah,
listen,
he got to
one
get with a
thing
black
that we
woman.
learned about women is that in an opportunistic situation, they will throw you under the bus.
He's a 6'4" Pookie with money.
Yeah.
You would rather lick Sukiana asshole than actually touch a white woman because the money is going to go with it. Like
He's
that's
not about to
literally-
mess up his bag. Is y'all?
Yeah, it's about the money, and that's like.
Well,
And I don't know why you guys are surprised when this motherfucker does his lie. He's a liar. Like he's literally a liar.
Surprised because I remember he used to mess with that stripper. Remember that stripper that exposed him? Do y'all remember? This was years ago.
no.
Yeah,
Tell
he
us.
had messed. Yeah, he had messed with this stripper years ago, and she had released text messages about, I guess, their rendezvous or something like that.
Wait. What color was she? What color is the?
Oh, she was black. She was a black stripper. Yeah, she was
He
a
messed
black
with
girl.
Sukiana in public. Like she literally has.
But he was really upset because he was like, it was going to mess up what he had going to raise money from the school that he was, dealing with this.
Well, why he
this
spending the school money on strippers?
I don't think he was on the school money, but that was his beef about it. He was
Where the school
mad.
at?
I don't. As much as I don't.
Right,
necessarily
the conscious
care-
stripper. That's right. Chat at it. Yeah.
As much as I don't necessarily care about Umar Johnson, I don't believe these hoes. I don't. Because any woman that's willing to come on the internet and release a bunch of text messages, I gotta look at them with the side eye.
He did admit to it because he was a single man. He was upset. He felt like, this could come in the way of him raising the money for the school. He didn't deny anything. And again, he
didn't deny what?
Dealing with the stripper.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't. Well, like I said, I don't by
it's-
default believe everything that these chicks say, even if it's Dr. Umar Johnson. I gotta.
They could be
I'm
lying.
gonna just wait and see how things play out. But I don't know nothing about that, so I can't really speak on it.
The problem with Umar is that he acts earlier than thou. He will go around tell black men and black women how to move when he's literally bottom of the barrel when it comes to relationships. He is the quintessential Pookie. Got the genetic lottery because he's tall as fuck, and then got the money and the clout. He's a good orator, so he's going to bamboozle you out of your pennies, and he's not going to cuff you because he doesn't have to. Like he's the Pookie.
I mean, regardless of what you
He's the premium
of how you
version of a
look at him.
Pookie. Just because he actually can afford it doesn't mean that he's not a Pookie. He's just premium.
What
I
is a
agree with
Pookie? What is
Fatty.
a
I
what is a
mean,
Pookie? Wait. What is a Pookie?
A Pookie is a broke ass nigga.
I was going to
Not
say,
We got differences of opinion.
I was going to say something about other content creators that love you. And
I got
you,
a
but I'm
brother
really
named
quiet.
Pookie, so I can tell you exactly.
Oh yeah, Jay. Yeah.
No, not
I mean,
though.
regardless of what
What's
he,
a Pookie? What's a Pookie?
I can tell you what he is.
What's the baby daddy that been Jay? What's his name? Fatty. What's his name?
What is
that been-
what is a Pookie?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Q. I am.
What, from last week?
No, the Pookie. No.
I have no idea, but like a woman, not woman. Sorry, that was
Yeah,
my
say it,
Portuguese. Ladies,
Well, to
have
answer
you
your
ever dealt with
question,
the
Anton,
Pookie
a
before?
Pookie is a charming leech. That's
Have
it.
you ever
What-
Have you ever dealt with the Pookie before?
Yes, we've had the Pookie on.
Yes.
What's his name? Anton. I'm
I've
having a brain
literally
fart.
talked
The
to probably
Pookie that been
thousands of
arrested.
people on the internet. I have
No,
no
he
clue.
used to be on Dang, what's the other show you had late at night? The Pookie that been arrested more times than his age. The one that married the chick that he found on here. What's the name, Chad? I know y'all know it.
What's the name? I don't know.
Is it the one that donates all the time?
No,
Pookie's
he
friend?
broke. He definitely not donated. He don't be on.
She's trying to be. She's trying to be messy.
Jay Prince.
Ignore it. I know she's trying to be messy. Ignore it.
I'm not
You are
getting
crazy.
involved in that. I'm not.
I
God damn
do
it.
not remember.
That's a
I'm not
respectful
getting
man.
involved. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing
that's-
about it too.
that's
That's a
about-
respectful
I
man.
can't remember, y'all.
But
I
it's
don't know
kind of
nothing
like
about that.
it's
With Jay Prince.
so-
He's not Lapeef. Lapeef a Pookie too, but Jay Prince.
no, he's not.
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm just confused that woman all of a sudden, like, do y'all know what the Pookie is? Have you guys ever dealt with the Pookie?
Yes.
I know how it was, Miss Daniels.
No, you
I mean,
asked
I
two
never heard of
questions. I'm answering you. Hold on.
Okay, it's fine. I was
Hold
being
on.
funny. I was being funny. You don't have to answer.
I'm answering the first question. I know what a Pookie is. I ain't answering the second one. But
never
it's
heard
a
of
charming
man.
leech. That's my opinion. A charming leech is a Pookie.
I never heard a man call another man Pookie. I thought that was something that women say. It was just
It's also a
weird to
nickname,
hear you keep hearing you call another man a Pookie, and like you keep repeating it constantly. Like that's something
You want me to
I don't
call
know
him a
why
bum?
you men.
You want me to call him a
Why do you know
bum,
why you
homeless,
men pick up
homosexual? Like, what do you
men-
want me to call you? Like,
That's just something that women. That's just something that women say. I don't know why you men pick up woman lingo, and
You know
then
what's
want us
funny?
to still see you as a man.
This woman
Like,
was defending
you're
a hoe
like-
an hour ago,
you're
and now
like
she's defending a
embedding it.
Pookie. I don't get it.
You're
Like,
pushing
Ava,
it. He's a
talk
Pookie.
about
He's
it.
a Pookie. He's a Pookie. And Anton asked you. You said it so much. He
Why
had
are
to
you
ask
defending
you, what is
Pookies,
a
Ava?
Pookie?
Why are you so invested?
You keep saying it.
You are a
That's the
respectable
female
grandma.
lingo.
You know better.
Listen, I don't care about that. That's the females lingo.
I'm asking,
So,
why
are
do you
are a
always
woman or
defend
are
people
you
that
men?
shouldn't be defended?
Are you a female or are you a man? Because you calling another man Pookie. You giving homo right now.
What?
Why you keep calling that man Pookie? He's a Pookie. He's a Pookie. He's a Pookie.
Hey,
How many times
you are
gonna
looking
say
at my
it?
blood.
I'm thinking of Pookie Loke.
1 minute.
Oh,
How many times
smoking
you
on
gonna say
Pookie
it?
Loke.
That's crazy.
Keep saying Pookie. Like damn, man, we fucking got it.
Off of that topic, Anton, would you say it takes a long time to get a woman custom fit to how you would like her to actually be wife material?
Oh, to train her up?
Yeah, to actually have multiple wives. Wouldn't that take too long?
I think most women can be trained up. I just don't think that most women are worth the effort to train them.
And even so, doesn't it take like
Well, for the
years?
multiple
Wouldn't
wives?
you say?
No, I would say that training a woman is a lifetime job. It's not
What you
it's
mean
not
to be
something that
multiple
you
wives? You saying
I'm talking
to be in the relationships with a man with two wives, they need to be trained.
Yeah.
I think that every woman needs to be trained, regardless of whether or not she's
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
regardless of whether or not she's
train
gonna be
or
a second
guided?
wife or if she's gonna be just a wife. I
Not-
think that all
But
women
I think
have
the-
to be
Wait a minute,
I don't
Anton,
think
do
you
you
could
mean
really-
train or guide? Because
I don't
train and guide are two different things. Do you mean guide women or train
No,
women?
I said what I meant.
What's the
Training.
difference between
I don't
training a
think you
woman
can-
and guiding her?
Like the
Well,
dog.
you
whisperer.
introduced the word guide. I never said guide. I said train.
But that's
Yes.
why I'm just making sure you didn't mean like, because the whole point is to put a woman in the direction that you want her to go that's most beneficial to yourself and her, right?
No, it's to put a woman in a position that's the most beneficial to her because she is the beneficiary of my greatness.
So that's guiding her to where she needs to go.
No, it's
It's like
training her.
directions.
It's training her.
What's the difference?
Okay, so I'll give you an example. You are an extension of me of when you go out. So I don't need to guide you on what to do. You need to be trained on how to be a wife. You need to be trained on how to move in a room when we going in the room with executives. You need to be trained on how to, you know what I'm saying, address certain people or when it's kosher to move a certain way or to do certain things or how to operate when we in the public and things like that. You really are being trained continuously because you don't know what you don't know. When I meet you, you're not in that space. I'm not in that space. And as I learn and as I evolve, you have to continuously grow. And so either you growing with me or we're growing in two different directions. And so I got to continuously train you. When you on your job, right? You have to continuously pick up new skills or else you're going to be outdated. You have to get new certifications. You have to take new training. Even if you're just a basic employee, most times they make you go through training every single year. You need to do training on sexual harassment. You need to do training when it comes to diversity, equity, and inclusion, depending on whatever the company you is. You have to be trained according to where the company is going, and they have to make sure that you're still a cultural fit. So if you got to get trained in every other aspect of your life, including where you work at or how you operate within society or the culture, what makes you think that you shouldn't be trained?
It's not
when it comes to the person that you sleep next to, which is probably the most important decision in your life.
I get it. And when I say dog, I don't mean that that's what you're saying.
I just don't
but
like
when
the
I
word.
hear train, I think about dog because
you gotta take your emotions out of it.
Well,
I was just like what we were saying with the whole, not to bring it back up, but the whole Travis Hunter thing. Like his girl needs to be trained on how to act.
So that's the point.
Why I replaced the word train with guide.
Hold on. But you still need to identify the best person for the job.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So just because you training them, according to whatever your corporate standards are, don't necessarily mean that they're the best person for the job.
Mm-hmm.
So you still got to vet effectively. And that's why I say some people, I think that everybody could eventually be trained, but you gotta make an assessment of whether or not it's worth it to deal with that person in the first place. It's not always worth it to deal with them.
They just don't like the wording, right? A woman that needs guidance is a woman that is already there. She just needs you to push her to the right direction.
That's
most of y'all women need training. You have no idea what the hell you're doing. Like I actually agree with the word. I agree. If you are already up there as a woman and you know what to do and how to treat your man and how to move, I agree. You need guidance, but most of y'all need boot.
I'll give you an example. I know a lot of y'all think that y'all know what y'all doing in the bedroom, but you don't.
Damn, trash.
No, that's the honest
trash.
truth.
Trash.
And more importantly, let me give you a little bit more insight. What makes sense for the man that you think that you want is different for the man that you get. So he got to train you differently.
Damn.
I mean, honest to God, I'm being for real. A lot of y'all, the problem with a lot of women, especially black women, is that they already think they know what they're doing and they don't.
Ooh-wee.
That's the honest to God truth. They don't. But the problem with women, let me help y'all to understand something. What makes y'all great is y'all femininity, but what makes femininity great is humility. It's to understand or to go into it understanding that you don't know what you don't know. So when you then get into a situation, let's say a marriage, for example, when you go into it open-minded, looking to be educated or looking to be trained, then you have the best outcome.
Bars.
Because you bringing into it what you think you know is only gonna make things more difficult, because then we gotta undo all of that bullshit that you thought that you knew so that we can put you in a position to be a wife. Because being a wife is more than just cooking. And that's the thing that they don't tell you. It's more than just, some sex. We can get that from anywhere. We ain't tripping off that. But it's really making you the best version of yourself, which ultimately puts you in your best situation so that you can be a great wife. And the greatest women, usually the happiest women, are happy to serve. But if they don't have that mentality and if they don't humble themselves to put themselves in a position to be in that, then they never gonna become a great wife.
So a hoe can become a housewife, basically.
No,
absolutely not.
Well, you said they could be trained, but then Patty said if they already have those values and those sentiments, all they need is the push of the guidance because they've already made it there.
Yeah, but there's certain criteria that you always got to meet. Like, I'll give you another example. You say a hoe can be a housewife. Is a housewife always gonna be faithful?
A housewife?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She should.
I can't say.
You don't think a wife should be faithful? You don't think a wife should be faithful?
Oh, you said should. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It doesn't matter a housewife or a working wife. A wife should be faithful. Absolutely.
So if she a hoe, if she for the streets, her inherent nature is not to be faithful, in my opinion.
Yes.
Well, I thought the action of going against the marriage is going against the union, in which you already have to be in the marriage to go against it. So if you're presented with that type of institution, you know the seriousness on what it means to value that and
Well,
respect it. So if you're, but
We
I
said
get what you all are
uh,
saying. It's kind of like once a hoe, always a hoe. You can't take the hoe out of it. Or
Anton.
something like
Anton said teaching,
It's
not
not.
resurrecting. Like
I think that
she's
I
dead.
think the
You're not.
problem
We
with a
shouldn't
lot of
bring her from
women.
the dead.
I think that the problem with a lot of women is that you think you your own person and you're not.
Yes.
When you get into a relationship or a marriage, you're not.
And you know it's terrible, Anton? Even hoes, most of them are trash in bed. Just because you fuck a lot doesn't mean they're actually good at what
I
you're
agree.
doing.
they were.
Just
Oh, they
because
trust.
just because I came doesn't mean you make me come. Straight up.
Can
So
I say something?
O should be for recreational use only. Absolutely.
I saw a movie on that. Someone said that I can't remember what movie it was. That a hoe don't need to do no tricks because that's what they're there for, for you to just get your pleasure, I guess, and move on. So I guess that makes sense.
I think that the problem with women and one of the reasons why you can't make a hoe into a housewife is because she's too busy trying to be a hoe in a marriage instead of trying to figure out what it takes to be a housewife. You can't unsee what she saw. You know what I mean? So that's why it's easier to deal with a woman and a woman that's untainted. The problem with these conversations, and even going back to Travis Hunter, and this is just my opinion, is that when I asked y'all a question and I asked y'all, okay, well, what should he be looking for? I think that the fact that most people understand that everybody is tainted or everybody is already defiled and stuff means that he'll never truly find the wife that he needs. Because most women have overwhelmingly most women have already been with somebody else. So it would be hard for him to find somebody that's best for him.
I mean, if men did marry the first woman they cracked, I believe you said you
No, no,
did that.
no.
That was
Women
your.
married the first man that cracked them. That's the question. That's the real thing.
Damn.
Well, men wouldn't have to worry about
Because
their woman
you
being
got to remember there is a difference. Every woman is not meant to be a wife.
true.
Some women are just out there. And the problem today is that we keep on trying to confuse the two. We keep trying to turn hoes into housewives, and we keep trying to figure out how we can turn out a wife or a chick that's supposed to be a wife. You got to be able to separate the two. If you can't identify the difference between the two, you'll never find a person that you're supposed to be with.
Well, I
And
think we're
I
always
don't
gonna
think that
have
Travis
hoes.
is supposed to just be with a bunch of hoes. He not that type of dude. He need to find a
and
good girl.
virginity is a virtue on woman, not on men. That's why when you call a woman a virgin, she is actually put on a pedestal. When you call a man virgin, is an insult to his manhood. So y'all need to be virgins, not men. Because as soon as you get mad at a man, you are a virgin. You get no hoes. You know exactly why.
Well, how do
You
Some
men
places the
find
men are
virgins?
virgins too.
yeah. Why? What?
How are
Some
men
cultures the
finding?
men are virgins. Just not it's not practiced here because we have extreme feminism and a whole sexual revolution that has messed the culture up since the 60s. But you do have some cultures where they both have to not they have to be with each other.
No, men never.
It even happens here in America.
There's no time in the history of mankind where man was actually disciplined with their Johnson. They're literally hookers are the oldest profession in the
That's
planet.
not
And every time man
true.
goes
You
to
have
war, there will
arranged
be a caravan of
marriages.
hookers on the back. Men never were disciplined when it comes to actually sex. They only started to be disciplined when it comes to sex when religion started to actually pull up. For 100,000 years, men were fucking everything that was in front
But
of them.
why is that though? You have to have a society running efficiently.
So, Melly, don't you see these women flocking to these Nick Cannons, Cam Newtons, and all that? They used to do that with kings. They used to do that with the royalty. They used to do that with men of means.
But we're acting like boys aren't virgins and get married. Like
Why
you
is
act
it
like that's
important?
not like that just doesn't happen
Let
and
me
it
ask you
happens
a
a
question,
lot.
Melly. Why is it important for a man to be virgin if women don't value men virginity?
If
Sorry,
women
let me
don't
reframe that. Why is it important for a man to be a virgin when women flock to men that have 50 bodies, 100 bodies? Why
at
is it
one
important?
point in history they did teach children while they were in school to practice abstinence and wait for marriage.
Well, I
That's
think
not.
that the
I didn't ask that.
problem with your argument, Fatty, is that you saying that if women do this, I think that, and this is something that I know that most people are going to disagree with me about. You need to find the person, not all of the people, that is supposed to be your person that you're supposed to be with. The reason why being standards filter people out, it's supposed to filter out all of the people that you're not supposed to be with. And you're supposed to find, especially for women, you're supposed to find a person that is best for you. You're not supposed to find a whole lot of people that like you. You're supposed to be getting rid of all of the people that's not supposed to be in your circle. So if you say because women like this, I don't really care about what a whole lot of hoes like. I only if you're looking for marriage, I care about the person that's going to be the best mother to my son.
Oh,
Or the best
absolutely.
mother to my daughter. So
But even the good girls like the guys that get all the women. This is what I'm talking about. Why would I become something that you despise? Why would I become
I don't
something?
think y'all really know no good girls.
No. Plead the fifth. But why would I become virgin or celibate when you literally clown us for being virgin? That's the first thing you actually say. Like Ava did that today to me. The first time she got mad at me, where is your woman? No. Why would I become a virgin so I can come on Anton Daniels and
You
Q
can't
show and
become a
clown me?
virgin.
Huh?
You know what he meant.
You can't become a virgin from not being a virgin.
No. Remain a virgin. Like a woman will use
remain a
that
virgin.
against you and insult you. Virginity is something that we should value on woman, not something that you should value on
The same
man.
reason why we
That's
shouldn't care if people call us lames. Because
No, but
because lames are the winners at the end of the day. I don't care if somebody calls me a lame. I don't even try to dispute them. I'm cool with that. That just tells me who you are, not who I am. I'm not I don't care. I don't give a fuck what people call me. If I cared, then I wouldn't have never endorsed Trump with the majority of the black people going against me and calling me out of my name. I'm not tripping off of what nobody else think. The only thing I care about is what's best for me.
But there's a double standard too. If you like the lame is like fun. If you call a man fun, oh, he's fun. If you call a woman fun, oh, she's fun.
Boy, the lame is what?
Like the word usage, like we have double standards when it comes to two things that might look the same and sound the same.
A lame is supposed to be the uncool dude that ain't nobody fucking with, and he, you know what I'm saying? He not out in the streets.
But that's what I'm talking about. If you actually put it on a man connotation, it will be look as bad. If I say my woman is lame and boring, all she does is stay at home and what, like you are saying, oh, there's actually something I like because she's boring. She's lame. She's not out there.
No, I don't think
it
don't apply to women.
You don't think so?
Absolutely not.
So it's the double standard.
It is a double standard.
Yes.
Most things between men and women are double standard. I think it applies to men. It doesn't apply to women.
Yes,
men want women that are lame. Maybe not to trick off on, but they want women as wives that are lame. When a man is labeled as a lame from women or from other men, it's not looked at the same way at all.
But that's the point. Men are not trying to change double standards. If you call a man boring and call a woman boring, you know there's different connotations, and we're okay with that. As soon as you say virgin, what about man? What about man?
No,
big discipline. Yes.
Okay.
I don't think chaste women are making fun of the men that are chaste.
Most women are not chaste, so that's the point. If you are the average age of marriage in the West is 29, you're probably going to marry a hoe. that's literally what it is.
Can I ask a question?
If
women have to stay virgins, who are the men having sex with? Like if men have to have bodies in order to say, for their manhood, they're screwing the women. So how do you have the virgins?
Prostitutes.
Because Nick Cannon.
So they all have to have sex with the same
because
women.
Nick Cannon and Cam Newton and all these men that you guys like, you can't
use
all the other men are not getting played.
Most women don't have access. You can't use them as examples because most women will never have access to a Nick Cannon or a Cam Newton. You got to use regular everyday people. You got to speak to the majority, not the minority.
Well,
you can look at a Cam Newton. You can look at a Nick Cannon. Most of these women will never ever be in the same room as a Nick Cannon or Cam Newton. That's just the facts. And if they are, it's not like you're gonna look at them.
They are just the crystallization of something I can show to women. locally is the guy on the football team, the 6'4" dude, the guy that gets all the
we
women.
talking about hold on. We talking about grown people, not high school kids.
No, Anton.
I think what he's trying to say is that just like they have something that attracts women, something on the streets attracts women too, and that's just being tall with a big dick and your handsome.
No.
So,
I'm not disagreeing with his sentiment. I would like for him to use a different example than a Cam Newton.
Yes,
or
but
Nick Cannon,
they are
is
just
what I'm saying.
They are just a name that everybody
he
can.
said it, Pookie.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
It's not even.
I don't know what that is, but okay, I got you.
Anton, come on, man.
I don't know how y'all define it. Y'all all got a different definition of different things depending on how you're trying to substantiate your argument. Some people look at a Pookie, like for example, some people would say, I heard Tasha K the other day refer to Cam Newton as a Pookie or Nick Cannon as a Pookie.
Yes.
But those guys just so happen to have a lot of resources. Do we also equate a person that don't have resources but getting a lot of boxes a Pookie?
So the same way we call woman O's, and there's some.
But some people don't say that. Some people don't refer to a dude that get a lot of a dude that got a lot of money, but is getting a lot of box. They don't refer to him as a Pookie. They refer to him as a high value man.
So, but there's the thing.
They would never refer to a dude that get a lot of box that don't have a lot of resources as a high value man. They just refer to them as a Pookie.
Only one thing
they
share. The one thing that they share that they have in common is their ability to pull women. So it doesn't matter.
I agree. But okay. But what I'm asking is, according to what y'all are saying, do we equate a Pookie to a person that just get a lot of box, or do they have to have resources or not resources? Does that factor into it also? Is what I'm saying.
It's a behavior, a mentality.
I think it's a mentality.
The same way you have women that are not full-blown whores, but they display whorish behavior. You have men that are not full-blown Pookies, but display Pookie behavior. Those two might not be full-blown Pookies, but they display Pookie behavior.
Wait. Say the woman part again. I missed a little bit.
So the same way that you might not call a woman a whore, or whore, I don't know what the age is in Portuguese, but she might actually display hoe behavior, like seeking attention on the internet, revealing clothes and all that, but she's not fucking like that.
She wouldn't be a whore if she doing it?
No. You might actually make the distinction between a full-blown whore and somebody that is displaying whorish behavior. Somebody that actually pretending themselves as that, but they are not fully there, right? With men, it's the same thing. You might not
like a duck.
How don't you understand, Anton? That's crazy.
So a thought.
No. Honestly, listen. I'm a C student. I'm slow. You got to give me a little bit of grace.
Student.
So a woman can be a good girl, but she's impersonating a bad girl.
Yes, it's cosplaying. She's too close to the host. She posts revealing pictures on the internet.
I got you. I feel you.
But she actually not a whore because she's not going around and doing the things that are.
I got you. I'm with you.
So the Pookie thing is the same thing. They might not be full blown Pookies because they have extreme amount of resources, so they take care of people and they go about. But their mentality is just a Pookie with money because that's how they move. They go ahead, put kids on somebody, and then move along. That's what they do.
That's my bad. Sorry about that.
Core characteristics and charm.